Another large CEO is here talking about how XRP can help. We will now talk about the acceptance of the FI spot ETF and XRP. We're going to talk about how to use XRP, lots of news about what's happening in the market right now. As you might expect, for example, there is new information floating around Twitter about how much XRP banks can actually buy. There's time for me to take it a step further and look at banks, credit unions, and businesses worth more than $100 million, 0 cents. I'm going to do all of that and more. There are also some other changes to XRP that we will talk about near the end of the film. I learned some great things about some new DeFi methods that are being used, which is always good for liquidity in the digital world. Someone said, I just backed up the truck and got some XRP for less than $2, 0 cents. Many people are curious about why we're going backwards and what's going on. I think it's pretty clear from my Sensei chats, which I hold every Tuesday and Friday, that markets slow down in the summer when you compare them to bull cycles from last year or even earlier. People move in the summer and there aren't as many events. It's also becoming clear that global events are happening even on the other side of the world from us in the US. You can see how these global events are connected. And if you want to see how much XRP, like Bitcoin or any other, if you want to see how much cryptocurrency has changed in the last month, you can see that it changed a lot when rumors started to spread that there might be another war. Let's change the subject now, guys. If you want to ask questions, learn, and grow with us, we'd love to see you on those live shows. Earlier this week, I talked about a project called A&G. The job that started on Wednesday was really unique. It involves working with AI. People who knew about it were able to get in when it opened, which was a 70% win. Good luck to everyone who got in. This week's prize was very easy to get. Take a moment to hear what BitCo has to say about Ripple and XRP. Don't need this fixed coin thing. Do you want a master account, a Fed main account? Yes, we live a Fed master account. In the world of digital goods, you don't need to go through banks. There was a company called Ripple about 10 years ago. You may have heard of them. They wanted to use their XRP coin to try to solve the problem of cross-border payments. They planned to be a bridge between banks so that you could take dollars, change them into XRP, and send them anywhere in the world. After that, you could change those XRP back into pesos or something else. That's two conversions after all. Also, stable USD coins are better. Ripple just released a steady coin backed by the US dollar. And getting a steady coin backed by the euro is being talked about in some places. Sure, there is one. URC Circle has one. These haven't really caught on yet. I think some countries don't like dollars, but I think they'll get smacked for it. Imagine using this in a store. To sum up quickly, this is very important for the US because the world is moving away from the dollar, and some people want to be able to save and hold dollars, but it might cost a lot. If you've ever been to a different country and try to change your money from US dollars to the local currency, you might have been charged 5% or even 10% fees. Being able to save US dollars for very little money can help a lot. So everyone in the world, you might feel safer with a little more stability if you live in a place where the currency changes a lot. There are also stable coins backed by the euro that have already been released on the XRP system. That's an example of that name was great, but let's get back to this. You put your money into the safe coin, right, as one in favor of this. There is a report that comes out twice a month and bits are dropped into your digital account at the end of each month. This is what you're interested in. You can send it to anyone at the farmer's market if you need to. You can tap two phones at once. You can pay at the coffee shop. You can pay the person who made your food. You could use the point of sale hardware. It's that simple. From here to plus, let's go straight to the middle. Peer-to-peer is great because it works for everyone. You can go into retail. That clip does a lot of good. You might want to start following Crypto Irion on X if you aren't already. She's an amazing woman who knows a lot about Ripple and XRP. That's why I wanted to learn more about BitGo and why we should listen to the CEO. BitGo is one of the best places to get infrastructure for digital assets. It was started in 2013 and has its main office in Palo Alto, California. That's where I live. I'm from the Bay Area. It talks about how to make things better for the 1,500 big clients who have over 800 tokens that people in 50 different countries can use. They also offer white label options, take care of wallets and funds. As you can see, there are a lot of connections between XRP and Ripple. I'll keep this short so I don't take up too much of your time. You can pause the video and read this if you want to. It says that Big O was chosen by Ripple to give XRP multi-currency security, advanced treasury management, and business features. It's a great place to work together with a lot of good experience. Okay, I've always been interested in learning new things, and sometimes people come up with really great ideas and share them, and I think that if we just took this thought one step further, it might be really cool. I'll play this for you now, then I will of course give you my background and a lot more information. $1 trillion. XRP is worth $5 trillion, 0 cents on the market, and 40 banks use it. There are 4,851 XRP in circulation, which is why we're being so careful here. Okay, so each of these 40 banks would get about 2.5 billion XRP if we split the XRP up. Wow, that's not even close to anything. Remember that the amount of XRP we have in our hands is also included in this estimate. Can you see how rare this thing is right now? By 2.5 billion XRP really quickly would be an investment of about 5 billion or 0 cents. Many of these banks aren't going to put $5 billion, 0 cents into Bitcoin, XRP, or any other cryptocurrency. Let's be clear about the costs we're talking about. They're a lot of money. So let's be honest about when people are going to wake up. Let's say there are only 96 banks with the same layout, a $5 trillion, 0 cents market cap, and 99 billion XRP in circulation. Each bank would hold about 1 billion XRP, which is worth $48 billion, 0 cents. It gets better though. If we go to 150 banks, each bank will only hold 660 million XRP. XRP, you can see that this makes sense. If there are 300 banks, each will hold 360 million XRP. But I still need a little more. Let's find out how many banks and credit unions there are in the world, since this is clearly using data from the past.